Hi guys, Mimi G here. I am literally just sitting down to catch you guys up on everything that's been going on. We have been incredibly busy with moving houses because we're getting married in June, so we're less than a month away now. And on top of that, we decided that we were going to move to a new house. So we got a new house, and then we had to pack everything, move everything, unpack everything, get everything settled. And so it's just been a non-stop for like over a month now. And so with just a month away from the wedding, as you can imagine, I have so many things that I need to do. And it's like all these little things that you wouldn't think to do. And then somebody asks me about it and I'm like, oh, I need to do that. Or somebody will be like, oh, did you do whatever? And I'll be like, oh, nope, I guess I need to do that. So now I have this huge list of things that I need to get done. For the most part, obviously, all the important things are taken care of, right? The venue, the food, the DJ, the dresses, all of that is taken care of. It's just all little details. But I thought it would be really cool to sort of just catch you up a little bit because for the month of May, you're basically just going to be getting a whole lot of wedding content. So if you get YouTube videos from me, that's just what it's going to be because I have no more space in my life to do anything else except finish this wedding, and then get literally back to work because I feel like everything else has taken sort of a back seat to planning this wedding. So I thought today I'd talk to you about my dress. So as soon as I announced that I was getting married, the first question that I got from everybody was, are you going to make your dress? And I totally get it. I totally get why everybody would expect me to make my dress, right? It's what I do. As a designer, as a DIYer, like, why wouldn't you make your dress? And it's funny because if I don't know, maybe if I would have had like a year, right? Let's say we would have planned our wedding a year out. I might have considered making my dress. But I run multiple businesses and I have a household and I have children and, I don't have the amount of time that I would like to have to sit down and like bead the bodice of the dress that I would want. You know what I'm saying? Like if I had to make my dress, it would be like the most basic dress ever because it's so time consuming, especially if you're like hand beading or you're creating lace or I don't know, all kinds of stuff. Making a wedding dress is not like making a dress that I can whip up in a couple of hours to have on the blog. It's not the same thing. It's like the construction is completely different. The foundation of the garment is completely different. The bead work, the time that it takes to do all this like massive amount of work. So I knew I wasn't going to make my dress. So instead, I decided that I wanted to have that bridal experience. I am an avid watcher of Say Yes to the Dress. I love that show. And so I figured I want to have that experience where I go and I try on dresses and, have that sort of like moment. So I made an appointment at one of the bridal salons that I love in Pasadena, Panache Bridal. And I went with my friend Christina. So I know that a lot of people take a lot of people to their like appointment, but I actually didn't want anybody to come except Christina. And the only reason that I wanted specifically Christina to come is because we have very similar styles. And she also has a really good eye for things that she knows that I would like. And I think that when people go to a bridal appointment with too many people, you got too many cooks in the kitchen. Everybody wants to give you their advice. Everybody has different tastes and styles. So everybody's going to be telling you what they like, what they don't like. And who cares what they like? You're the one wearing it and it's your wedding. So to avoid having other people's voices in my head, I knew that I was going to go solo or I was going to take Christina with me. And so that's what I did. And what's funny is because a lot of people were asking me, oh, is Norris going to go with you? And even Norris was like, am I going to go with you? And I'm like, heck no. And I think, obviously, you assume because we We sew together, we design together, we style together, we live together, we sleep together, we breathe together. Lord Jesus, we be together, okay? But no, I don't want him to know anything about my dress, and I didn't want him to see the dress or have any inclination of what I wanted. So that was a no-no. So I went to my appointment with Christina, and in my head, which is funny because a lot of people told me this, you're going to go to your bridal salon with an idea of what you want, right? Because you know your body, you design for yourself, you sew for yourself all the time. You know what you like, you know what you don't like. And you're going to go to this bridal salon, you're going to be like, I don't want this, and I don't want that, and I don't want this. And all the things that you say you don't want are going to end up being the things that you want. So I went into the salon very open-minded. I pulled many different styles. In my head, I thought I wanted a mermaid style dress. You guys know that I love a great bodycon. I love showing off my curvy body, my Latina body. And so in my head, I was like, oh, that's what I want, right? I don't want poofy. I don't want this. I don't want that. So I tried on a lot of different dresses. As you can see, I shared sort of just a couple of them on Instagram. So if you're not following on Instagram, you can go to @MimiGStyle and scroll down, I don't know how far back, but you'll be able to see some of the ones that I did try on that were no-goes. And basically, everything I thought I wanted, I didn't like. When I put on the mermaid dress, which I will say looked amazing, right? It hugged my body in all the right places, but I felt too sexy. And it's hard to explain, but like on my wedding day, anyway, I mean, everybody's different, right? But on my wedding day, I didn't want to feel like a sex pot. I didn't want to feel sex. It's hard to explain, but you know, I wanted to be sexy, but sort of in a different way. Not like sex pots, you know, sexy, not like va-va-voom sexy. I didn't want that kind of sexy. I wanted a classic sort of elegant sexy. So what I found when I tried on the mermaid dresses and they were all sort of fitted and low and all this stuff, I was like, this is not the feeling that I want for my wedding. So that was a no. And then all the things that I thought I wouldn't want, I ended up loving. And so that was a really great surprise that sort of turned out that way. And having Christina there was perfect because, you know, she was like, yeah, no, yeah. And we were all on the same page the entire time. And it was an amazing experience. Unfortunately, I tried on so many dresses and none of them quite had all the things that I wanted, right? And so the designer, Esty, was there. And apparently I was pulling a lot of dresses from this one collection that I was just drawn to, and it happened to be Esty's collection. And so she came over to talk to me, and you know, and I was like, I love different things about your dresses, but none of the dresses have everything that I want in one dress. So she said, well, you know what? I would love to co-design this dress with you. And so that's what I did. So we got to sit and talk, and you know, and I was like, well, I would like this kind of bead and this kind of lace, and I like this kind of lining, and I want this kind of shape, and I want the bodice like this. And I was basically able to take multiple things about different dresses in her collection and sort of build and design my dress, which was the next best thing to making it, right? Is you design it and somebody else makes it. And so that's what we ended up doing. And it was just such a fun experience. And then, so I had to, you know, in my head, I designed it, right? I knew in my head what I was piecing together. But then I got a little nervous because I got a call last week that my dress was ready for me to come do my fitting. And I thought, oh my God, like, I hope that this dress that I built in my head is going to translate to this finished dress that I'm about to see. And so I called Christina. I was like, we have to go get my dress. I want to try it on. So we went the other day, and the dress is even more amazing than it was even in my head. Like I told him to tell Essie that she needs to add my dress that I designed with her to her next collection. Or better yet, just retire it. Like nobody can ever have that design again. It's so amazing. And I got to put my veil on and sort of decide on that. And I'm going to go back a week before the wedding for my final fitting because I'm still sort of doing a little workout sesh, you know what I'm saying? Trying to get those last little bit of pounds, trying to get these arms a little toner for that day. So I talked to the alterations manager, and I was like, how far can I push it? You know what I'm saying? Like, how close can I get? And she said a week before, and I said, okay. So that's where we are, and I'm super excited. And so, you know, I'm just letting you know now, there's going to be a lot of content. It's going to be probably all wedding stuff. I might try and squeeze in a DIY in there or not, but you guys are just going to have to bear with me until after the wedding, and then we'll get back to sew-alongs and DIY tutorials and hauls and all that good stuff. But until then, you guys, it's all wedding all the time. All right? So I hope you enjoyed this video, catching you guys up. I'm going to do another video with Norris so we can catch you guys up together on some of the other things about the wedding. My dad gets here in like 2 weeks, and I'm so excited. So we will do some video with my dad and just a bunch of stuff. So, you know, thank you guys for all the well wishes and for checking in on me. You're like, where are you, girl? You haven't posted any videos. But I know you guys always are so understanding and patient with me. And so I thank you, and I love you guys. And I will talk to you guys soon. Peace.